Let's see. Are you able to hear me? Let me know in the comments section, please. All right, I think I see myself there. See if I can hear myself. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's go over here. Check on Facebook. Awesome, awesome. All right, so we're not going to delay too long. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks, Morando and Elizabeth. All right, we're talking YouTube. This is my favorite topic by far. You would think that it's actually YouTube ads, but it isn't. YouTube has been just been so good to me that it's hard to ignore that it ended up becoming my favorite. So there you go. You heard it here first. All right, so today we're going to talk about, and if there's any questions along the way, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll make sure to monitor the Facebook side and also the YouTube side. So I have everything that I need in front of me so I can monitor your comments along the way. So we're talking YouTube. And again, anytime you have a question, let me know. Let me know down below. So yeah, let's get started. So YouTube is such a big topic. YouTube is just, there's just so much to cover and I don't want to overwhelm. So what we're going to do is actually split it up into two parts. This is the first part. The next part will be next Monday. So this part, so this in this live stream, what we're going to cover is the fundamentals of YouTube. We're going to cover the types of videos to make, why be on YouTube, how to actually get people from the computer screen over into your phone number, over into your database. So we're going to cover all of that today. And then next week, what we're going to cover is the very technical components of it, how to actually make a video, how to edit a video, how to upload a video and rank a video. And there's been a few of you asking about monetization, how to actually make money from YouTube, in addition to getting sales, in addition to getting buyers and sellers. So there's very simple strategies that you can deploy to start making some money immediately through YouTube. And that's what we're going to cover. So again, we're going to break it up into two topics. Today is YouTube for realtors, how to use YouTube for real estate leads. So we're going to cover that topic at length at any point. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them down in the comment section down below, and I'll make sure to address them. So first, let's start off with the fundamental question. Why be on YouTube? Why are we even talking about it? Why are we spending our Monday mornings learning more about it? Well, let's start off with the elephant in the room. It's free. You cannot beat free. YouTube is absolutely free. You don't have to pay anything unless you're going to run YouTube ads, which is another topic for another day. But when it comes to you actually publishing content and putting content out there, you don't have to pay anything. You can upload every single day. You can upload every single hour. It doesn't matter. So this live stream right now is being broadcast over on Facebook, and it's also being broadcast here on YouTube. And this is exactly how much I'm paying for it, $0. So the platform is free. Now, the second reason, which leads us right into the really I would categorize as the most important aspect of it, the traffic is here. Eyeballs are here. Clients are here on YouTube. There's a lot of people that are looking for answers about buying a home. There's a lot of people here looking for answers just in general, answers about life, answers about personal business, and answers about actual business. There's answers for everything. So think about your own consumer behavior, or think about your just behavior in general. If you're trying to get your lawn green, what are you going to do? You're going to go to YouTube and look for videos on how to do that. If you have a plumbing issue and need to replace, let's just say, a faucet, well, what do? You're going to go over to YouTube and figure that out if you want to undertake it yourself. If you don't, you just call a plumber and they take care of it. But if you're a do-it-yourselfer type of a person, you're on YouTube looking for answers. So it's the same thing with your clients. People that are looking to buy and looking to sell, they are on YouTube trying to get some answers. So that is the really, I would categorize that the most important part about YouTube, because even if I had to pay to be on YouTube, I would actually do it because it gives me access to my clients. And that's very much the same thing for you. And again, that's why I make it the primary reason to be on YouTube, is because the attention is here, the eyeballs are here, and it is a powerful way to reach your end consumer. The fact that it's free, it's just a fantastic value add. But trust me, if there was nobody here, why would I be here? Why would I be here if nobody was here? Nobody that could help my business. That just wouldn't make sense. There's a reason why people aren't on Vimeo. There's a reason why people aren't on Dailymotion. There's a reason that people aren't on BitChute. And these are all different platforms that do the very much the same thing as YouTube, which is video hosting, but you're here. And that's what matters. And so is your client. So just understanding that is very important just from the outset. All right. So the third reason that you want to be on YouTube is because it's scalable. So we mentioned it a couple of seconds ago. When you upload a video, you can upload another one, another one, another one. So there is no limit on how often you can upload. And that's very powerful. You can scale it as much as you want. I myself am doing one video per day, and that is taxing. However, that's the strategy that I have deployed. So for the entire year of 2020, you will see a video every single day. And that's something that I am focused on because I am scaling it much faster. We'll put it that way. I would love to get a ton of views. Some videos do that, some videos don't, but that's okay. The more videos that I have out there, I like to think of it in a very, I guess in a morbid way, where I have more landmines out there, just planting landmines, because somebody eventually is going to fall into the landmine or trip the landmine. I know it's morbid, but follow me on this illustration. The more opportunities that you're giving yourself. So it's like, let me do much, let's not go so morbid. Let's talk about fishing. A lot of you do fishing. So it's like casting a lot of lines out there. I have a lot of videos. So by the end of this year, I will have 365 videos on this channel from this year alone. Overall, I have about 500 videos on the channel so far, and that's strategic. That is me having different topics out there, just out there dangling for when somebody comes into my funnel, they start learning more about different aspects of their business because I have different aspects covered on this channel. Very much the same strategy for you. Is this making sense? Let me know in the comment section down below if this is making sense, if there's any questions. So I think that we're starting to see the value in YouTube. And really, if you're watching this, you probably already know the value. So we're not going to spend any longer here. Just understand one quick thing. When it comes to those agents out there that are doing blogs, that have their website, that spend a lot of time on their website, understand one thing. YouTube is very powerful for your SEO. So your search engine optimization. Google owns YouTube, and Google will provide preferential treatment to YouTube. So if you're out there making YouTube videos and are doing your online presence from a website perspective, that means you update your website a lot and you put a lot of interest or a lot of focus on it. Understand that by you creating videos and embedding them into your content over on your website, that is helping you rank tremendously. So that's actually something that I'm doing in my personal business right now. I completely overhauled my website, and the blog that I'm cultivating there, every single blog, every single video is going to have its own content. It's going to have its own little blog, so as to help the videos here and also help the website over there. So that's a strategy that I want you to look further into, because that SEO is powerful. Again, we're talking about free strategies right now. We spoke about YouTube ads for a quick second, but that's not what this video is about. You can get away with just publishing on YouTube because there's just, and publishing for free because there's just not that much competition in the real estate space right now. All right, so let's move over to something. What kind of YouTube video do you recommend? That is a great question. We're actually going to cover that here in a little bit, which we're going to cover one quick topic before we get to the types of videos to make that will actually get you leads, because I see a lot of agents out there producing video after video after video and seeing zero results. So that is that's certainly not the way to do it, and that's not ideal. If you're going to put some effort into it, you want to see some type of return. All right, so let's talk about first, before we get to the types of videos, let's talk about how to decide the types of videos to make. I think that this, even more important than the types of videos to make, the list that I'm going to give you, I think this understanding will actually go a longer way, how to decide the videos to make. So think about the purchase decision of your clients, whether there's a buyer or there's a seller. You know what that looks like. You've helped buyers buy and sellers sell. So think about it from their perspective. Think about from their purchase decision, meaning we're talking about the top of funnel, we're talking about the middle of the funnel, and we're talking about the bottom of the funnel. So said another way, the top of funnel, that's the awareness stage. That's the awareness. Somebody becomes aware that they want to buy a house, purchase a house. They either had the great news that they're having a child and they need to buy a larger home, or they were informed that they need to move to another city because their position was relocated. Whatever the case may be, we're talking about the top of funnel is just the awareness. They're being introduced to the actual concept of buying a home. So then we get to the middle of the funnel, which is the part where we're talking about consideration. So this is where you're figuring out where you're going to live. This is where the decision is making more and more sense. So consideration is actually further down the funnel. So top, middle, and bottom. In the middle of the funnel, you're starting to consider, all right, well, this is becoming real. I need to figure this out. And let's go a little bit further. What's it going to cost monthly? Should I be renting? Should I be buying in Dallas? Should I be buying in New York? Should I be buying in Miami? Whatever the case may be, you're becoming a little bit closer to the decision point, which is actually going to happen at the bottom of the funnel, which is actually the decision where you're going to live. And in the decision point, you're arriving on your real estate agent, you're arriving on your neighborhood, you're arriving on the type of financing, you're arriving to the point where all of these decisions are being made on where to live, who to work with, how to finance. All of that is coming together at the bottom of the funnel. So if you understand this concept, you will understand the types of videos to make, because you know the questions that are being asked at every single stage. You know the questions that you get asked by your friends, by your clients, by past clients, so you can make those types of videos answering the question. So is this making sense? Let me know in the comment section down below if this is making sense, because this is very important. Again, we're going to get right into the types of videos to make, so you have a cheat sheet, a short list of the videos to make. But the moment that you understand how to decide to make those videos, or how to actually come about with the topics, you're going to be at the forefront of every single topic, because these lists, the types of videos to make right now, these there's some that have a lot of competition and some that don't. But at the end of the day, I want you to be at the forefront of these trends, because at that point you're becoming the trendsetter. So the person that gets there first, oftentimes on YouTube, is the one that gets rewarded when it comes to getting more views. It's not necessarily the copycat that wins. It's more whoever gets here first on YouTube and solves a problem that the algorithm likes, it will continue feeding it, even if it's not that great. There's some videos out there that are very hard to dethrone, even in my space, and I consider them not that good. And some of those videos actually were mine, so I have to remake them. But that's what's important to understand when we're looking at the types of videos to make, understanding the consumer behavior, because that's going to drive the types of videos to make, in the sense that you're seeing the audience, you're seeing the you're seeing the questions that are being asked, and those are the same people that are going to come over and watch your videos. If you make a video that nobody cares about, that nobody has an interest in, then that's why you're not seeing the results that you want. So you may be publishing a video a day like me, but not getting the views. Well, that's because no one's asking the questions that you're trying to solve for. So we're going to move right into the types of videos. So Albert and Lynn, we're going to get right into that. The types of videos to make, and these are in no particular order. I'll give you the list of videos, or I'll give you the topic of videos to make towards the end of this video. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, towards the very end, I'm going to show you how to get started right away, because that's very powerful and that's very important. So you have something actionable to take away from our time together. So these are in no particular order. The first type of video to make is your listing videos. Now, listing videos are super powerful because guess what? You are already doing this. You're getting listings. You're already getting the listings and are already tasked with helping your client sell a home. You're already tasked with this. So you're going out there and getting professional photos done. So why not do a brief walkthrough? Why not do a walkthrough of the property? It's going to present amazing. It depends if you do the professional or just do the walkthrough. But if you do a professional, it's going to cost you several $100s, but it's just going to present amazing. But it's going to serve as a great marketing piece for your sellers. So you're going to be able to showcase that to your sellers and your future sellers on, hey, this is what marketing with me or listing with me looks like. I go beyond the professional photos and actually display your property in the finest and best light possible. So the listing videos are powerful. Now, understand one quick thing. Listing videos are not going to necessarily get as many views as you would think. You just have to reposition them differently. So I have two channels. I have what I call my B2B channel, which is more for speaking with you real estate professionals, and I have my B2C channel, which is speaking to buyers and sellers. So this channel has a little bit over 10,000 subscribers. The other channel has, I don't know how many the other one has, a couple of hundred. So I don't put too much attention to that one. But what I'm getting at is, in that other channel, one of my best performing videos is a video that I made. It was just a walkthrough. I just got out of the car, and you can basically see my car in the frame and everything. So I just got out of the car, and then I just did a walkthrough, and I didn't title it based off of the address. I titled it, I think it was something to the effect of, what does $200,000 give you? What does $200,000 buy you in Texas, or something like that? You can actually go over and find it right now. It's my other channel is Jaime Resendiz Realtor. It's got 20,000 views, something like that. But it's one of my better performing videos over there that is just getting a lot of people through the door. But again, understand that with the listing videos, you need to pick a strategy on, is this going to be something that you're going to actively try to sell the property with through the video? I would offer you to say, no, that's probably not going to happen. It's going to build your awareness. It's going to show as a professional marketing piece, and you're going to get some views, and you're going to get people inquiring. So you're going to have you need to have a way to pull people out of the screen into your database. And I'll show you how that looks like here in a little bit. All right. So listing videos are powerful, but make them engaging. The ones that your MLS gives you, where I think it's Panorama. At least in my MLS, there's several websites that just slap image, 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 and then an elevator music behind it. That's boring. Nobody's going to watch that. Spice them up a little bit. At least just do a walkthrough and showcase the property that way. All right. So the second type of video is your interview videos. You're going to want to interview business owners. You're going to want to interview lenders, title companies, anybody that's in the real estate transaction. You want to interview those types of people, inspectors, appraisers. Those types of interviews are very, very valuable for your real estate business. Now, there's another type of interview videos, and that's more community videos. So we're talking professional interviews, which is for the people in the real estate profession. And then you have your community videos. Your community videos are business owners, are principals of the school, are people that are in the community. So interviewing those people will give you access to other people that they know, because the moment that you interview that business owner will want to distribute that video everywhere, because guess what? To them, they just got interviewed, and that's a big deal. Some of these business owners may have never been interviewed by any TV station, any radio station, or anything. So that's a huge deal. You became a reporter and became a celebrity for them, because now they're going to feel special and share that interview everywhere. So just as a reminder, we're talking about the interviews, and we're talking about the professional videos, which is people that are in the real estate profession, and then the community videos, which are your business owners, your assistant principals, your principals of the school, and are the people that aren't necessarily in your that are not necessarily in the real estate profession. So those give you access to their sphere of influence. So is this making sense? Is this making sense? I know that I know that we're going a little bit fast, but we don't have too much time today, but I want to give you as much as I possibly can. So just a quick recap, we're talking about listing videos, and now we just covered interviews, and now we're going to get to the what is and what are videos. So number 3 is basically your tutorial videos, where you educate people through the process, educate people about what it is, what's it like to actually buy a property, what we're talking about. Let's just say, what is the option period, what is the earnest money, just different aspects of the real estate transaction. And they're nothing more than educational tutorial videos. You see that a lot in this channel, actually, where I cover what is the Facebook pixel, I cover what is a Facebook conversion, I cover very glossary type videos or dictionary type videos where I explain what an item is, and then I go further and actually show how to apply it in their business. So the what is and what are types of videos, those you can just categorize them as educational videos, where you're educating people on the home buying process or the home selling process. Now, all of these types of videos, again, they're not in any particular order, but these are the types of videos that you want to have a good library in your YouTube channel. You do all these different types of videos because you want people to not only subscribe, but also find value and continue finding value by every video that you put out, or at least a majority of them. Because once they buy, let's just say they found you on YouTube and they ended up buying, well, you want them to stay around for a little bit longer. So you want to give some home maintenance tips. You want to give some information about X, Y, and Z. So you want to provide value beyond the sell, because that's how you actually keep people and retain them. So that's number 3. Going over into number 4, we're talking about review videos. So number 4, review videos. This is something that you could even do a top 10 series, where you review you can review a business. How was this restaurant? You can review a dry cleaners. What was this dry cleaners like? Or you can do a top 10 video, where the top 10 restaurants in Burleson, the top 10 restaurants in St. Louis, the top 10 dry cleaners in Los Angeles. You can do the top 10 dog parks in Atlanta. So these are the review videos where you place your opinion or somebody else's opinion, and you stack them up and actually rank them. So review would be a personal review of an actual single business or a single entity, but then you can also elaborate on that and do a top 10 video of X, Y, and Z. So those really perform well. You can do that in the neighborhoods as well. Going back to the final reason to use, or not the final reason, but the last reason that we covered on why to use YouTube, think about SEO. Think about your search engine optimization. If you do a top 10 neighborhood video in Dallas, what are you doing? You're embedding Highland Park. Well, Highland Park technically it's a city. You're embedding Bishop Arts. You're embedding Deep Ellum. You're embedding all these different hot areas in Dallas that you're listing out in your video. And if you pair that up with a blog, you list those out as well, and boom, you're ranking. You're absolutely ranking in your website, and also ranking in the YouTube world, and they help each other out. Again, this is the same strategy that I'm doing in my business when it comes to the Facebook ads, the YouTube ads, the Google ads, everything else. So you're gonna have a healthy blog over here, and then you're gonna have a thriving YouTube channel over here where they help each other out. And this is exactly what you're doing with your business. So it works. As real estate agents, we're not that special. We're not that special. We just think that we have to market in a different way than most other companies or most other entities, but we don't. We don't. Or most other professions, we have the same struggles, which is attention. We need to capture people's attention, and that's exactly what you're doing with YouTube. And well, actually, I'm gonna go off on another rant. So neighborhood videos. That's actually number 5, but I added it to number 4 because it made sense. So that was actually number 5. Neighborhood videos are powerful. So neighborhood videos, you don't have to do a top 10 if you don't want to. I suggest that you do because it'll give you some strong SEO. But if you want to review a neighborhood individually, that is powerful as well. So if you are marketing in your area, so your farm, do a neighborhood video in that area. So the place that you live or the place that you farm, do a neighborhood review of what it's like to live there, the quality of life, the dry cleaners that are closed, the restaurants that are closed, the nightlife, the day life, the recreational life. Put your personal spin on it, and you're going to dominate that neighborhood video and that neighborhood search term on Google and over on YouTube, hands down. Because as a reminder, people are not doing this. Real estate agents are not doing this at scale. So the opportunity for you to do that in your particular neighborhood is powerful. So, and I want you to test this for me. I want you to test this in your market. Type it into YouTube and type in your neighborhood. See if there's a video about that. And guess what? You're not going to find one. You might find a few listing videos that were in their MLS description. They put the neighborhood. You might find one of those, but how easy would it be to dethrone them? That's powerful. All right. So let's get to some questions. Yes, makes sense. Awesome, Elizabeth. Absolutely. Are there 10 restaurants in Burleson? I think that was a pod shot at my neighboring city. Yes, there are 10 restaurants in Burleson. Thank you. That's funny. I was hoping you could answer, why do I tend to get more messages when I make a messages campaign, although I will get more impressions and reach using a reach campaign? Okay. It's a little bit not YouTube, but we'll answer that. Hi, Jaime, I have a question, and I was hoping you could answer me. Why do I tend to get more messages when I make a messages campaign, although I will get more impressions and reach using a reach campaign? That's a great question. So what he's referencing, or what she's referencing, I'm not sure, I can't tell based off of the name. What they are referencing is the Facebook ads. So there's 11 types of campaign objectives when it comes to Facebook ads. And there's the awareness, consideration, and then the conversion. So the reason that you're getting more messages whenever you do a messages campaign is because that has consideration. So Facebook, I'm flipping back and forth. Facebook with the consideration column, which is where the messages campaign objective is, it prompts people to reach out. The awareness stage, the awareness column that the reach campaign is under, it just goes out and promotes, and it's going to show to as many people as possible and not taking consideration, pun intended, on people's consideration. So it's not necessarily prompting people to reach out. It's a way to just get your name out there and make people aware. So there's a reach and a brand type of a campaign objective over there. So that's why you're seeing a lot more reach, a lot more impressions in that column, and you're seeing a lot more messages, actually people contacting you in the consideration column, because there are two different types of campaigns with two different types of objectives. I know I did a great job of confusing the terminology there, so my apologies, but that is why. All righty. So let me know in the comment section down below if there's other questions. I know that was Facebook, but I'm not going to discriminate. We'll answer any questions that come on the chat box. All right. So number 6, parody videos. These are really going to, these are, look, let me back up before I get too excited on parody videos. So these are the types of videos that you parody. Let's just say a real estate agent, you parody a seller, you parody the real estate transaction, you parody a lender, you make fun of we're not bullying here, but you make fun in a very comical way, in a very honest way, in a very caring way. You're poking fun at yourself, you're poking fun of others, you're poking fun of just the situation in general. Making parody videos are most often than not what the reason that you see parody videos out in the viral world, with the reason that they become so viral is because, one, they're good if you do them right, but also because people can relate, because people get a sense of there's a hint of truth in that parody. And that's why you see those go extremely viral. Now, I'm not going to say that if you make a parody video, you're going to go viral. But what I will say is typically your parody videos are more shareable, they're entertaining, and they will get shared out more than most other types of videos that you make. So this parody video, this parody strategy is not for everybody, but if you have if you feel comfortable making lighthearted videos, doing some music videos to your listing, whatever have you, if you're comfortable doing that and that's part of your personality, I highly encourage you to explore those, because that's going to open up the doors to so many different people. Now, again, I'm not saying that you're going to go viral, but what I am saying is that the parody videos, those style of videos, are amazing to get more views. So that's a great way to get more views, because think about the reason people come to YouTube. People come to YouTube to either be entertained or be educated. Those are basically the two categories. Those are basically two reasons why people come here. And the types of videos that we're seeing right here, it's not always easy to embed the entertainment aspect to YouTube. So that's why we include the parody videos there, because again, there's a hint of truth in whatever you're parodying, and that's why they're so shareable, and that goes beyond your local market oftentimes. Now, I personally I love the parody videos, but I understand that they're not for everybody. I fully acknowledge that. All right, so the number 7, meet your realtor videos. So meet your realtor video is more for your channel video. So whenever you create your YouTube channel, you have the opportunity of embedding an introductory video to your channel that you can program to either new visitors that show up, they get that video, or if they're already subscribers or have already been to your YouTube channel, you can swap it out for another video. But what I mean by meet your realtor videos, this is you introducing yourself. This type of video is one that you can put on your channel homepage and or share it to everybody. Put it on your website, put it on your first email to somebody. Place it out there so it continues to get more and more views. And also it's a great way for you to introduce yourself to the world. Now, you don't have to continue updating your meet your realtor videos. This is one that you would probably want to do maybe once every year or maybe once every 2 years. You don't want to continue making it every single month, but you do want to get a video out there introducing yourself so you can have something to text a lead as soon as it comes in. You want to have something to email a lead as soon as it comes in. You want to text this or share this with somebody that is interested in your business, and that's a great way to do it. All right, so housing market updates, that's number 8. This is another type of video that is very easy to do. It's very simple to do, and it can be done every month because typically you get statistics from either your title company, your lender, your own brokerage, your, I already said title, I said lender, I said brokerage, and National Association of Realtors, your state board. Everybody is going to give you some market update, and you can even make your own market updates or your own statistics. These are very simple to do, and involves them kind of like this, kind of what you're seeing. These are mostly talking head videos, unless you want to make them incredibly animated, which you can certainly do. That the housing market updates are just the very, as soon as you create a little template, they're very simple to do. You have the numbers that you want to share. You're going to be consistent, so you're able to just pop in and pop out very quickly when it comes to your production. So marketing videos should not take you longer than 30 minutes to make, produce, and upload if you have a system in place and aren't making them all too fancy. So this is a great way for you to, again, establish a little bit of SEO. If you're doing this on your website as well, and also here on YouTube, it's a great way to establish a little bit of SEO. But more than that, it's a great way to present yourself as the authority and leading thought, as the leader in the in your space, because you're sharing information that maybe does not pertain to everybody, because not everybody is interested in those types of stats. But the people that are getting closer to deciding if they want to buy or if they want to sell, they are going to perk up. They are going to pay attention to these market updates, because they want to know, should I sell now? Would I be losing? Are we predicting that's going to go up? It's going to go down? Where's the market going to go? This is a great type of video to make that catches people closer to the decision point. And yes, you're going to get less people viewing that type of video, but you're going to get people that have a bit more intentionality of buying or selling. Number 9, client testimonials. These are powerful. These types of videos you can actually advertise on Facebook, on Google, on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You can completely use any client testimonial as long as you have their approval to advertise. So these are powerful to have on your channel, but they're even more powerful to put a little bit of money behind them, because you are providing some social proof to future clients. So getting those testimonials is incredibly powerful. Again, it's that social proof. People want to see the reviews. People want to see the Google reviews, the Facebook reviews, the Yelp reviews, the Zillow reviews. But if you can get one of your clients in front of the camera and sharing and singing your praises, that is huge. So getting those client testimonials, I would almost argue, I can't say it's the first thing that you would need to do, because I have another type of video that I would want you to get started with, but that's a close second. Client testimonials is a close second. Maybe it's a 1B. So the other one, the one that I'm going to share at the end of this video, that's a 1A. We'll call this 1B. Client testimonials are powerful because, again, this is something you're doing already, but this is going to help you out. It's going to help you out in your marketing. It's going to help you get more clients because of that social proof. Now, one pro tip here: don't get to the closing table, sign everything, and then turn right around and ask them, hey, would you mind giving me a client review, and go. You don't want to do that. You do not want to do that. What you absolutely want to do is, yes, do that at the title company, because people are very motivated, very happy, very excited at that point. You don't want to follow up a week later and ask, hey, can you do a client testimonial for me? The excitement's gone. At that point, they're just worried about getting into the house and unloading everything. So what you want to do is get a little template together, 4 questions tops, record them. I was about to point this, but yeah, I guess just record them on with one hand, and then put your ask the questions with another. So you're recording somebody and you're asking them questions, and just have them answer. You can edit it later. So don't worry about making it perfect. Don't overthink it. Don't have them overthink it, because then they're just going to freeze up and they're just going to stare at you. They're not going to know what to do. If you put somebody on the spot, if you put me on the spot, and even though I've done these videos plenty, I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't know why you're the best dry cleaner. I don't know why you're the best realtor. I don't know why this is the best restaurant. I don't know. Just ask me questions. I'll answer them. But if you're going to put me on the spot and have me riff just after I purchase the house, I'm not going to give you, I'm not going to be able to give you a good review, even if I wanted to. So that's a little pro tip there. Just I have 4 questions ready to go, and just record, and then you can edit it later. So if they look a little bit unsure at the beginning or a little bit shaky with what they're saying, Then in your editing, you just do an overlay of a house that they just bought. So that's just a little pro tip right there. Don't put people on the spot because it's not going to turn out well. All righty. Number 10, moving to your town. All right. So moving to your town videos are a lot closer to the decision point than most videos. So this is moving to Dallas. The things to consider before moving to Fort Worth. California to Texas, that's happening a lot. New York to Florida, that happens a lot. So you're catching these trends and making those videos of different aspects to consider when they're moving. So this, you can kind of embed the top 10 type of list where you're saying top 10 things to consider when moving from California to Texas. Should I move from California to Texas? So moving to your town, moving to your region, moving to your state, those are powerful. And if you're in if you're an international realtor moving to the United States, buying in the United States, that's powerful. That's powerful. And you're not going to have much competition, I'll tell you that. And then the number 11, cost of living in blank. Cost of living in Fort Worth, cost of living in Dallas, cost of living in Miami, cost of living in New York. You can make it a series. So if you're in a very dense metropolis or metropolitan area like Dallas, Fort Worth, cost of living in Fort Worth, in Euless, in Bedford, in Grapevine, in Denton, in Arlington, in Mansfield, in Garland, in Frisco, and I can keep going. It's just a series. It never ends. And guess what? Most of the answers are going to be the same. There it is. There's the trick. There's the aha moment. They're going to be the same. So I know you. I want to really drive that point home. I just riffed 30, maybe not 30 city ideas, and I just riffed 30 ideas, 30 video topics that they're going to have basically the same information. And out of those 30, I can guarantee you that you're going to rank in 10 of them. Guaranteed. So anyway, I'm just telling you, I just gave you the answer, but just let me know what you think, because just gave you the secret sauce. So you're welcome, and thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions, drop them down below. We have a few more topics to get through before we can head out of here. But let me know in the comment section down below whether you're on Facebook or whether you're on YouTube. We can certainly get those questions answered. All right, so we have a few questions here. All right, thank you, sir. Do you know how to target car owners on Facebook? Well, I certainly do. You can target based off of insurance. That'd be one great strategy. You can target based off of car models. That's another great strategy. You're not going to be advertising in the special ad category, so that's how you would do that. I'm sorry. What? Another question. I'm sorry, I'm asking too many questions. Do I need a website, or is it okay to have a Facebook page with a lot of followers? Well, it depends how you do the transaction. If you are selling cars from over the internet, then you would just point them to your store on eBay or your store on, well, you said you don't have a website, so you can keep them on Facebook. It just depends on, what your process is. If you're trying to take leads, so you're trying to get names and emails and all that fun stuff, so you can talk to them and follow up later, so you can sell them, then that's then I would just say keep it with Facebook. Or if you just want to send them over to your spot, to your car lot, you don't necessarily need to have a website. I would encourage that you do, because people are interested in the make, the car, the model, and have something visual. So it's going to be very difficult to do that if you're just going to focus on Facebook. But if you absolutely want the honest answer, you don't have to. But I would, I personally, as a consumer, I would go on the website first and see if I like anything, as opposed to going to the car lot and being surprised or not surprised. So there's that.
can I do YouTube, Google ads and put ad traffic, the link on a Facebook page? I would encourage you not to do that. I would actually get a landing page. So the question was, can you run YouTube ads and Google ads to a Facebook page? I would encourage you not to do that because there's it's actually more expensive if you do it that way. So I would much rather you go straight for the sell as opposed to sending them to Facebook. You're not going to convert. Can you upload this live on your channel in case I want to see it again? Yes, it will go live as soon as we get through. Great questions, by the way. Thank you. What script or questions do you have to get the clients to answer? What script or questions do you have to get the clients to answer, Chris? Help me understand that, Chris. Are we talking about the follow-up? So are we talking about once you get the leads come in or the landing page? Just let me know. I can certainly answer the question. So if you're asking about the follow-up questions once they come into your funnel, well, first I want to confirm who they are. Hey, is this Jaime? Hey, is this Chris? Hey, is this blank? And you're asking very short questions to get some response early on as you build a little bit of trust. So first you want to confirm who they are and get some snippets of information that way. Are you looking just at Crowley or are you looking at Fort Worth as well? Are you looking just for single property homes? Or are you looking, I'm sorry, if you're looking for single story homes, or is 2-story homes the same? So oftentimes we get so enamored with the process or just get so excited that we got a lead and then we just vomit information over them. That's not going to get you people to respond. So first you're going to confirm who they are, then ask a few questions, leading questions that will get some responses back and continue building it that way. So don't go out there and vomit information on them because that's not going to work. Now, Chris, let me know if that's what you're meaning, the follow-up or anything else. We can certainly address it. All right. So when we're talking about the videos to make, I need to give you a word of caution. I need to give you a huge disclaimer. I know we just went through all the different types of videos to make, and I know that we just discussed on how to arrive at the topics, the video topics, thinking about the consumer behavior and where they are in relation to actually making a purchase. But we need to think about one thing. Whenever you're making your videos, don't focus on those videos that happen after the sale. So let me repeat that. Once somebody buys a home, the topics that come after that, don't focus on those at the beginning. You can come back and fill in those gaps after you have a healthy library of videos before the purchase of the transaction. So I'll give you one example, the homestead exemption. Then, and this is actually where I have to learn the hard way, where, as I was mentioning, my other channel, it's not that large, but it's still getting thousands of views. So in my other channel, if you type in, just on YouTube, if you typed in Texas homestead, or really just type in homestead, my video is going to show #1 because I ranked it. So when you type in Texas homestead or homestead, whatever you want to type, you're going to find my video there. Now, here's the thing. I did not start out with that video. And the reason being was because why would somebody go and type in Texas homestead? Because they just bought the home. Why would they do that? So I didn't start out with that video. Yeah, it's great that I ranked it and saying fantastic. It's one of my better performing videos in my other channel. But guess how many leads I'm going to get from that? Not that many. Not that many. And that's very powerful because why? Because it happened after the sale. That's when people are looking for the Texas homestead. Property tax contesting. Same thing. In that one as well. I have a very high ranking video in that regard as well, contesting property taxes. But guess what? That's after the sale. So that's more of the long-term play. That's more of a branding play. That's more of an awareness play where I'm getting people reaching out, but the comments that you're going to see in those, you can go to the comments right now and see, I just bought my house this year. I just bought my house last month. When do I apply for the homestead? I just bought my house last year. Am I too late to do the homestead for last year? All these questions, guess what? Somebody already bought. So those aren't going to be direct people that give you their business. Now you can nurture them. You can ask for their contact information and follow up with them, but then understand that chances of them selling this year, next year, and 3 years is very slim. So if you play the national average of 7 years, you can expect that transaction in 7 years. So all that to say, caution, when you're making videos, make them, especially starting out, before the sale, topics that people will actually look for before they get to the sale. Then once you have a good library going, then start tacking on the videos that happen after the sale, because those are going to be a longer term play. Is this making sense? Because I had a healthy conversation with quite a few agents the other day when I was going through this training, just to understand that part, that those are the types of videos to not avoid, but those are the types of videos that you want to make after you have a healthy library up and running. All right, and something else, you don't want to get too specific. With your video topics, you want people to actually view them, especially early on in your YouTube channel career. You want to actually provide videos and about topics that people are searching for. Don't get so specific that maybe it's going to benefit one person because that happened to that one person once in their life. Don't get them too specific, because again, we want people to actually view them, especially starting out. You want to make videos that people are actually searching for. People aren't going to be searching for your name from the beginning because you haven't built that credibility. You haven't built that audience. So people aren't going to search for you from the outset. They're going to search for problems that they need answers to. So that's why you want to start out with those types of videos. And going back to my previous point, my cautionary previous point, don't make videos that happen after the sale early on, because that's not going to give you the momentum that you're actually seeking. So let me know if that's making sense. I see a few questions. Should I get an editor or learn to edit my videos? If you have money, get an editor. If you want, if you have time, then if you have more money than time, get an editor. If you have more time than money, edit yourself. Regarding the reviews, client testimonials. Oh, the questions to ask. Okay, Chris, absolutely. So what you want to do is make it about the transaction, but relate it to yourself. So what does that mean? And this is if you're just joining, the question was, let me scroll up real quick. What script or questions do you have to get the clients to answer? And this is regards to the client testimonial that was being asked. When it comes to that, you're going to ask about the transaction. What was the one thing that surprised you the most when buying this home? And common answers are going to be, oh, there's just so much paperwork. Oh, there were so many things. Oh, blah, blah, blah. What was the one thing that I did for you that surprised you the most? You know, and just really just kind of, again, you don't need to do a bunch of questions. 4 is going to be more than enough, but make it about something else that they're going to be able to speak to. So talking about the transaction is going to work. Talking about you in relation to the transaction. Or what was the one thing, if you don't want to make it so personal about yourself, what was the one thing that surprised you that real estate agents do? Boom, right there. It's like, oh, I didn't know that they did blank, or blah, 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 blah. Did you feel more comfortable working? Did you feel more comfortable buying this house with a real estate agent or without? Oh, I don't know what I would have done if I would have had to buy this by myself. All these types of questions. So just asking questions about the transaction, asking questions about you in relation to the transaction, because you do want to, at the end of the day, you don't want them to just make a promo about, hey, buy a house. You want them to make a promo about buying the house with you. So just think through those. Just think through those questions. Think about the questions that have to do with the transaction, but also have to do with you. So you can marry those together, and boom, you have a winning formula. All right, so Jaime, I sell cars to people. I get clients through Facebook, and I can only rely on cold traffic, and I meet up with them. So great. What kind of YouTube videos get higher CPM? Well, videos that have to videos that have to do with finance, videos that have to do with real estate, videos that have to do with high professions, videos that are going to speak to a United States based audience. That's the highest CPM out there. Any English speaking countries like the UK, Australia, Canada, United States, typically are going to have a higher CPM. Again, finance is going to give you CPM all day long. Real estate's going to give you, think of any business that has high margins, and there you go. All right. So I only rely on Facebook ads and get a lot of clients. Should I make a website? Yes. I get a lot of purchases doing that. How can I improve? Well, by smashing the subscribe button and smashing like, that's how you're going to improve. I absolutely guarantee it. All right. So here's one thing that I don't want you to miss, because I see a lot of videos, and including myself, I did this a lot. So if you go to my other channel, again, you can go and look at it right now. It's Jaime Resendiz Realtor. Not many subscribers. I get a good amount of views for the amount of effort that I put into it. But the one mistake that I made early on was not having a call to action. So think about what I've been doing just in this live call. I've been talking about like this video. I've been talking about comment. I've been talking about subscribe. I've been encouraging you to have some sort of reaction to this video. So that's the same thing that you want to do in your videos. We're not going to get into the mechanics of the video right now. That's next week, where I go through everything and I'm packing the formula, I'm packing how to edit, how to the formula to actually get some more leads and actually get people to react to your videos. But when I'm talking about have a call to action, is have a call to action and have a reason for somebody to reach out to you. So that's the important part. Yes, getting likes is fantastic. Yes, getting comments is fantastic. Yes, having people subscribe is fantastic. But at the end of the day, you want people to reach out to you so you can do business with them. So what that means is having a lead magnet, let me backtrack, having a call to action to something of value that you provide. So most of the time when it comes to real estate agents, having a lead magnet that people actually want, having something that you provide to the audience that they'll willingly give you their name, their email, and their phone number for. So in this example, let's talk about a relocation guide. So are you thinking about moving from California to Texas? Make sure to check out my relocation guide, which gives you the 10 steps you absolutely need to do to avoid losing money. That's compelling. That's powerful. Now you're going to give all the information, or a good amount of the information in the video. You're going to provide value in the video, but at the end of the day, you don't want people to just go, okay, that's a great video, I'm going to like, because they asked me to, but that's about it. On to the next one. No, you want people to either pick up the phone and call you. So you can have in the bottom, you can have your little phone number down there or your email down there, and encourage them to reach out to you if they have any immediate questions. But even more powerful than that is having a lead magnet, providing something of value that they can download, that they can that they'll willingly give you their contact information for. So let's just talk about that relocation guide. So if you're moving from California to Texas, make sure you check out the relocation guide. You put that link to your relocation guide, which is, you can have a website, you can have a landing page. You need to have a mechanism in place that will actually get people to click on that, go to that page, give you their information, and then download the guide. So you can put that link, down in the description. You can put that up here in the those little, I'm escaping the cards, I'm sorry. So you can put that in the cards up here whenever you're uploading a video, and you can put that link down in the comment section down below. And that's, again, that gets into the mechanics. That's going to be covered next week. But the most important thing for you folks that are going to go out there and implement immediately is have a call to action in your videos. Have a call to action that's going to benefit. Ideally, you want that call to action to benefit the topic or be in relation to the topic that you're covering in that video, but it doesn't have to necessarily. You can do a very specific lead magnet to the topic that you're covering in that video, but you can also have a more universal lead magnet that you can promote in every other video, that you can, hey, the relocation guide is really the number one lead magnet that you want. That's a little bit more universal. So if you're interested in my relocation guide, regardless of where you're moving to, if you're moving down the street or if you're moving across the world, this is going to benefit you. So make sure that you click down below and download my relocation guide. It's that simple. So you can drop that everywhere. You can talk about option. You can be talking about the option period. You can be talking about a contract. You could be talking about a neighborhood. That is something that you can drop everywhere. And then what you're doing there is keeping people from just hitting that X button or going to the next button. I'm sorry, going to the next video without them giving you their contact information. They may not be moving today. They may not be even considering moving, or they may be thinking, I'm never going to move, but just in case, I want that relocation guide because I like what that Jaime guy had to say. So you want people to reach out to you, and you want to give them a reason to do that outside of just call me now. You don't want to be that, I was about to say something very offensive. You don't want to be that person that comes across as that sales guy that's, oh, call me now, blah, blah, blah. You don't want to be that guy or gal. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Cool. Can I add a terms and conditions to my Facebook page? I would actually get my own terms and conditions. There's not you'd have to get one outside of Facebook. So your terms and conditions, that's something for you. So you can create your own terms and conditions, get that link and post it on your business page and pin that. Or make that your URL, but yeah, I would for sure get a terms and conditions. All right, so where to start? I know that we covered a lot, and thank you so much for hanging in here. If you found some value, make sure to smash like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to leave a comment. It's going to really help out the algorithm, so this goes out to more and more people. So more than anything, if you can just smash like, that would be fantastic. But here's the thing. We just covered so much. We covered a ton, and next week we're going to cover even more. Next week we're going to cover the very technical aspects of it, how to make a video, how to edit a video, how to upload a video, how to rank a video, how to make money from YouTube, all that fun stuff. That's fantastic. But here's the thing. There's just so much that we have to cover in our short amount of time together, but we need a starting point. You may be thinking, okay, I do want to start with YouTube. I do want to give this a run. I think that there's enough value here, but you don't know where to start. I'm going to give you the answer right now. And that is starting with workflow videos. I'll repeat, start with workflow videos. What does that mean? This goes back to when we were talking about testimonials that I said, well, it's so powerful that it's probably 1B. This is 1A. So this is 1A. The types of videos to make. Workflow videos are this. They are videos that you can embed in your workflow. These are videos that are going to help you claim your time back. These are videos that are going to help you provide more value to your clients. And these are videos that are going to live on with your work, live on with your career. So what this means is, let's just say somebody enters into a contract. Let's just say you executed a contract. Fantastic. Everybody's excited. You give them a call. Hey, they accepted our offer. I know that we went $20,000 above asking, but we finally did it. We got into a home. And then you go on to give a few disclaimers. Hey, don't open another, don't go out and buy something and put it on credit. Don't go out there and just be silly with everything. So you're giving a lot of disclaimers out there, a lot of, hey, make sure you don't do this. So you don't, so you can continue to stay pre-qualified and you can actually purchase this home. But guess what? They're not listening to you because they're excited. They've been looking, they bought the house, or they think they bought the house at this point, and they're going to go out there and go to, where are they going to go to? Ashley Furniture and buy $20,000 worth of furniture, and they're going to put it on credit. And guess what? You don't qualify anymore. They're going to do that. It's going to happen. Well, actually, it won't happen, but you don't want it to happen. And that's where workflow videos come into play. So making a video of, now that you're under contract, Now what? Make a video that you would have already, with the content of something that you would have already told them whenever you reached out to them. So you make the call, you let them know, don't do this, be sure to do this, be sure to do this. Why not make a video about it? Why not say, sit down, record the video. Hey, now that we're in a contract, I know that you're super excited, but check this out. We still need these next 30 days to go extremely smooth. So here's what's going to happen here in Texas. So here's what's going to happen. Just in Texas was for y'all. So here's what's going to happen here in Texas. We have 6 days of option period. I need you to reach out to an inspector. If you don't have an inspector, I'm going to email you my top 3 inspectors that you should check out. And I want you to schedule an inspection for the earliest that you can possibly have it. If you can do it tomorrow, that's going to be fantastic. If they can't schedule you in until next week, then that's going to be a problem. Make sure that you schedule that inspector. Once that inspector is scheduled, reach out to me. I'm going to make sure that I am there for the final part of the inspection, so I can receive the information. And I would love it if you made the time to be at the inspection as well. Once we receive that inspection report, we're going to formulate a plan on what we actually want to ask the seller to correct. They're either going to help us with money, or they're going to help us with the repairs, or they're going to tell us to screw off. That's what's going to happen, but that's okay. So once we get through the inspection period, we're going to go into, and then you go on and on and on. So giving that breakdown, remember, we're talking about workflow videos. This is a video that you're explaining what's happening before it happens. And this is a video that will have content that you will have verbally communicated to your clients. This will have content that you physically sent them an email about, but now it's in a video form, because this way you are getting views. You are getting, once you send that video, they're going to watch it. They're excited, but they're going to watch it. So you're getting natural views, and you're educating them, and you're ensuring maybe not ensuring, you're giving yourself a high probability that that property will close by them being more informed. So these workflow videos can work for everything. What is the option period? You send that out. Or what to do 5 days before close. Make sure that utilities are on. Make sure that blah, blah, blah. So integrating all of these videos into your workflow is powerful. So think about everything that you communicate to your buyers and to your sellers in the process of you working. So once you get through with the listing, hey, declutter your home. Hey, we talked about doing X, Y, and Z. So making these videos and sending them out to your clients is extremely powerful. But guess what? They're getting you views as well. So not only are you educating, but you're getting organic views. You can send that type of video to your database if you want, depending on the video that you make. And these workflow videos, they cover the entire process. So you can make individual snippets. You can make one master video. You can make various different videos, but the key is to get them to actually view them. Provide value to where they actually view, because they're getting you views. You don't have to worry about the search algorithm at that point, because you have your own viewers, you have your own posse. So that's the magic of the workflow videos, because they're going to help you gain your time back. You don't have to call the wife, the husband, the older child, the uncle, the parent. You don't have to call them and say the same thing. You just shoot them an email. You can have that conversation with one person. Hey, I know that we just covered this, but just to be respectful of your time, and just so you don't have to retell everything that I just mentioned to you, I'm going to send you this video, and I want you to forward it to your wife, or I want you to forward this video, and I want you to forward it to your husband. This is going to earn your time back. This is a great life hack that is going to, again, provide value to your clients, but also it's going to provide a lot of your time back. So this is a great this is a workflow video. This is where you want to start. Map out your real estate transaction, map out everything that you're sharing to your clients, and then just start recording them. You don't have to record all of them at once, but just start recording and do one video a week, and then integrate it into your workflow, into your next client, into your next buyer, into your next seller, into your next investor, and just build out that arsenal. This way you're building momentum. You're seeing that people are actually viewing. You get the hang of actually producing a video, and then you're going to have that natural audience of your clients, but also it's going to be out in YouTube world. getting some views organically. All right, so is this making sense? I think we are past our time together. Hey, thank you so much for being here. As a reminder, today we covered the fundamentals of YouTube. So YouTube for realtors, how to use YouTube for real estate leads. Next week, same time, same place, same day, be sure to come back here because we're going to cover the technical aspects. We're going to talk how to actually make the videos. We're going to talk how to actually rank our videos, and we're going to talk how to actually monetize our videos. So you don't want to miss that because it is incredibly powerful. We're going to cover everything that we covered here, but we're actually going to apply it. So you can see what it looks like in application. So in the meantime, go out there and start recording some workflow videos. And I look forward to seeing you next week.